Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the series of group discussion videos. Let me make a recapitulation to the previous two sessions of the video series. In the first video, we have learnt about what is the basic difference between a debate competition and a group discussion. A debate competition is a competitive way of representing yourself with a single stand, from starting to ending of the topic with your single stand, for of the topic or against of the topic, merits of the topic or demerits of the topic, on side of the topic or off side of the topic. But a group discussion is a polite way of representing your skills, your abilities, and your potentialities, and how well you are representing your managerial skills to manage with your teamwork. The second video is all about why a group discussion is essential in a recruitment process. This third video is regarding the process of making a GD into account. The process of making a fruitful GD. So let us go with this video series and continue to that. So let's have a learning to this. So my dear friends, the three important phases of a group discussion. First phase, whenever you are initiating a group discussion, always try to initiate with your good name. Give a wish to the audience, your team members, and try to speak starting with your name. Like this. Hello everyone. My name is Dave, and the topic which we have got for today is this. My point of view for the topic is like this. Once you say this initiation, this is the right way to introduce yourself to the team. Most of the people, they start directly with the topic and the point of view what they do have. But that is a very wrong approach. It is said that you are not at all organized. So first of all, be organized. Learn how to be organized in a group discussion. First of all, wish your members, introduce your name, introduce the topic. If you are the initiator, there is a point. If you are the initiator. If you are not the initiator and you are going to say next to the initiator, there is no need of reading that topic, because if you will be reading the topic, it will be a simple wastage of time. It will consume the time. Because in a group discussion, you must be knowing that within a short frame, you are going to speak a lot. So whenever you are going to speak a lot within a short frame of time, no, my dear friends, it is very essential that you should understand that how to evaluate and how to calculate the time, so that from starting to ending you are going to complete in a proper manner. So let's start. Like, the first phase is all about your opinion round. The second phase is all about your problem solving round or analytical part of the discussion. And the last phase is called about the conclusion part of the group discussion. Coming to the first phase, as I have already said you how to initiate a group discussion, let me just say you how the followers will speak next. As the initiator has already initiated by wishing everyone, introducing his name and introducing the topic, the next participants will participate like, hello everyone, my name is this. Thank you Mr. Dev for initiating the topic. My point of view for the topic goes like this. The next competitor or the next participant will say, thank you both my friends for giving your point of views regarding the topic. Now my point for the topic is like this. I'd like to say, never use the point I am for of the topic, I'm against of the topic. Never use the point like I'm going with the merits of the topic, I'm going with the demerits of the topic. I'm with the on side of the topic, I'm with the off side of the topic. So speaking like this is really very negative in a GD. You would be getting negative marks for this. So try not to use this sort of points in a group discussion. Instead of that, for example, the fourth member wants to go with the other side of the discussion, wants to speak something different from the routine flow which is being going up to now with the three candidates. Now the fourth candidate is going to speak. Hello everyone, my name is this and I would like to go with the other side of the discussion. Instead of speaking against of the discussion, demerits of the discussion or the offside of the discussion, if you are going to speak that I would like to go with the other side of the discussion, it is a very polite way of representing yourself. So this is how everyone is going to give their point of view. But make sure, my dear friends, your point of view should not be so long that it is going to consume the entire time of the group discussion. And generally you are getting 10 to 12 minutes to discuss a topic. And within this 10 to 12 minutes, do you feel that if everyone like 10 to 12 members are sitting and every one member is going to take a minute of time, and with this opinion round only, all the time will be getting completed. So first of all, try to manage your time. How to manage your time? Each time you speak, you should speak for at least 30 to 40 seconds. Don't speak more than that one. Because if you are speaking 30 to 40 seconds also, you have spoken much. Try to make your points short and make your representation sharp. In that way, only you can participate in a group discussion with multiple attempts. Otherwise, with your single attempt only, you will never get a second chance. So make it sure that your attempt should be within 30 seconds to 40 seconds, not more than that. So opinion round is over now. Now let us move on to the next round of the group discussion, that is called as the analytical round of the discussion or problem solving round of the discussion. The starting point of this round would be something like this. So my dear friends, as time for the opinion round is over, now it's time to go with the analytical round. And with this analytical round, my analytical point for the discussion is like this. The other one can say, thank you my dear for delivering your analytical point. The problem solving point from my side is like this. The analytical point from my side, the problem solving point from my side. These are the different ways through which you can give an input to the discussion. Well, my input to the discussion in the analytical round is like this. These are the different ways of representing yourself. Don't use the cyclotype way, my point of view, my point of view, my point of view. Because if everyone would be using the same point of views or the same thing, that will not become the analytical round, rather it would become the opinion round. So try to use different approaches for different rounds. Now, most of you would be asking me a question, what is analytical? What to analyze and how to analyze? Let me give you certain simple examples for this analytical round, my dear friends. Let us go for the same example of child labor in India. Most of you have said child labor should not be there in India. It should be restricted in India. It should be seized in India. It should be banned in India. We should control the child labor in India. In the opinion round, you have given this sort of points, opinions. Now in the analytical round, if child labor should be banned in India, it should be controlled in India, it should be checked in India, how? Let us give some points to check it. Let us give some points to ban. Let us give some points to give a restriction to this child labor. So now let me say, so dear friends, as we have gone with the opinion round and everyone's opinion was to restrict child labor and all. So in my analytical point, I'd like to go with every individual should be more aware about this child labor. Because if individuals are not getting aware, citizens are not getting aware, then certainly we cannot check this child labor. The next person said, well, thank you my dear friend for your valuable point. I'd like to add something to the analytical point, that is, if we can say that government will take strict legal action against those persons who are keeping this child labor in their shops, in their establishments. Government should take strict legal actions to that one. Somebody next can say, well, adding some more points to you, my dear friend. In fact, to be more specific, legal department, the labor department, should take a serious step regarding that one. There must be a petroleum in every locality wherein some labor officers should be deputed to go and check for that where this sort of child labor system is prevalent, and to check and control that one, penalize that person who are doing so. Thank you, my dear friend, for your valuable point. In fact, it is really true. Now, I'd like to give certain, or I'd like to add certain other points or other inputs to this discussion. To solve this problem of child labor, we can do one thing. NGOs, the non-governmental organizations which are working for the society, they may take an initiative from their side, and they may go for arranging some vocational trainings for this sort of child labor, which would be of very beneficial for the child laborers. They would be learning something, at the same time they would be also earning for their livelihood. So these are the ways that you have differently given different opinions. You have given different opinions in different manners regarding the analytical or the problem solving point of view. Now, my dear friends, I'd like to go with the last part of the group discussion, which is very essential. That is called as the conclusion part of the GD. Most of the people, they quarrel, they fight to conclude. I'd like to say, my dear friends, quarreling, fighting is not in a group discussion. Rather, it is a collaborative spirit of working together as a whole unit, as a team, having a good team bonding. For instance, one of your friend has raised a hand and said, hello everyone, if you give me an opportunity to conclude the group discussion, I have noted down the points from both sides. May I please give the conclusion of the topic? Now it is duty of every other member to give him or her a chance to speak. Now, in the way of giving a conclusion or the last ending note to the group discussion, let me say, my dear friend, the person who is going to deliver the ending note or the conclusion of the group discussion should have certain things in mind. In fact, it is the duty of every member in the team. When the time you have started the group discussion, from that time, please make a square box wherein divide the box in two parts: the on side of the topic, off side of the topic, the merits of the topic, the demerits of the topic, the points from this side of the discussion and the points from other side of the discussion. Mention these all things in a separate manner. If you are mentioning these all things in a segregated, separate manner, it would be also easier for you to deliver the things very smoothly, and for others to also understand the things very smoothly. Like, well, coming to the final concluding note of the discussion, so far we have discussed many things regarding child labor. It's a unidirectional topic, and everyone has gone with the same side, that child labor should be restricted in our country. Many points came like this. Point number one, individual awareness should be there within the citizens. Point number two, government should take strict legal actions against the people, the organizations, the associations, the shops, those who are encouraging child labors. Labor department, in more specific, to be very strict in this case. There must be petroleum with the leading of a labor officer with every team, with different localities, so that he can check the encouraging child labor system. NGOs also should take certain initiatives with vocational trainings to be given to the child laborers so that they can earn their own livelihood in a much better manner. So these are some of the points which we have discussed in today's discussion. I hope I have touched everyone's point. If everyone do agree with this final concluding note, then surely we can rest the discussion here. Now in this way, whenever you are giving a beautiful ending note, there would be no person in most of the cases to raise a hand and say, I go against of you, because you have touched everyone's point, my dear friend. In case, as an exception, let us keep. For example, Mr. X do have certain points to be added, which you have left. So in that case, only one addition can be allowed, but also in rare cases. Because most of the time what happens is that once an ending note is given, saying something after that will be not really very admissible in case of a group discussion. So first of all, if it is required, it is important and somebody has left it, you may raise a hand and say, well, my dear friend, I respect your concluding note, but I'd like to add a little to that one, which you might have missed. Say the point in a very polite manner and add up the things which the person or the concluder has forgotten or missed out. In this way, you are going to conclude it very smoothly. And one more important note, that during the conclusion, there should not be any argument. During the conclusion, there should not be any further discussion or further addition of new points in the conclusion. Conclusion is all what you have already discussed. It's a note of that. So the process of GD is not yet over. It is a part of your process. To know about the process of GD in complete, my dear friends, you need to wait for the next recording or the next session for it. So thank you very much for your patient listening till this and encouraging me to have more videos in this series. So with your all support and appreciations, let's move on for the next video, which I will be coming next with my next recording. So till then, thank you very much.